I got a nut problem is what I got.
I got a nut problem.
Too many nuts.
Too many nuts.
Tickle
Because
Prison.
you can't eat anything. You can't eat anything. We always look at the stuff that's like, we could get a pizza, but that's fucking poison. I always look at the fake meat, but that's like just gluten. It's like, you can't eat anything. You just eat salad.
How did you feel after all the cakes that I got there once?
All the cakes?
Remember when I got those, like, chocolate cake and all that stuff? You felt bad after those, right?
Yeah, so. I don't think I can do gluten. I think I'm, like, allergic to gluten. I think that's what the problem is.
Gluten's done?
Because as soon as I eat, like, wheat,
Right.
I get, like, a rash. Like, in half an hour,
Right.
I get a rash.
I think it's like glyphosate.
Yeah?
I think they just spray it on all the wheat now.
Yeah, wheat is fucked right now. I mean...
It's like you don't just develop allergies to wheat. You're not just allergic to bread immediately out of the blue.
Yeah, it's
They've
insane.
just been spraying different stuff on it now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like people have been eating bread, like, forever and ever. It's like...
What's crazy is all the studies that come out. They're saying, like, even different organic stuff, like organic wines,
Yeah.
are still full of, like, pesticide and shit.
That sucks. Just because it's, like, so many or something?
Yeah, it's
Concentrated?
like... still, like, GMO and covered in Roundup.
That sucks.
Finding Roundup and everything.
It's just scary that, like, we don't know, like, where our food is coming from. Even if it says things like organic, or, like, if it's not organic, or if it's, like, GMO free, it's like, we still don't know, like, the backstory of where this shit came from.
Mike was talking about there's a hamburger place in Toronto that has a big billboard on the wall, on their menu or something, and it talks about all the different... Everything's local. So they talk about the farm where their stuff comes from. They talk about the farms where their vegetables come from. They're like, we get our potatoes here.
That's amazing. That's what you have to do almost. You have to write the story about the food
Right. And
that you're gonna eat.
It's all local. It's all Ontario.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like, any of those places, you'd probably call them up and they'd give you a tour or something. Compared to, like, independent grocer, which I think is part of Loblaws. But I called them once to ask them where they source their chicken from or something. They're like, we can't tell you that.
We can't tell you that? I feel like that's, like...
I feel like that's important.
I feel like that's information that you should be able to ask.
Tell me where you get your chicken from.
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry, no. And then I told Mike about the processing of the chicken. How you, like, you ship the chicken from the States to China just to be processed.
Yeah, totally. Which is, like... That's crazy if, like, you're saving money, like, by using an airplane and getting, like...
They don't use airplanes. They use the big cargo ships.
Oh, that's even grosser.
The big
meaty
ships. We calculated, I think it's 2 days travel.
That's fucking crazy.
And we haven't figured out what state they're in, but what, like, state of chicken they are in.
Yeah.
Because you can't kill it and travel it for 2 days and then process it.
Yeah.
They must do most of the gutting and then send it over there for the packaging. So they're literally just getting, like, their frozen bodies or something and cutting them up in different packaging. But then they send them back, and the U.S. is legally not obligated to say that it's been to China. They just have to say the country of origin. They say America.
See, that's fucking crazy. And that's, like...
Chinese chicken, like travel chicken.
Like bare naked ladies.
But, like, that chicken, you sent that chicken around the world.
Yeah. I know, that chicken, like, went on a holiday and then, like, got murder holiday, and then came back to be in your burger.
Had a cruise.
It had a cruise.
And then it went to, like, an exploited...
Murder cruise.
Then it went to an exploited Chinese person.
Yeah, somebody who's, like, getting crazy underpaid, like, is like,
Has to dismember it.
Yeah.
Package it. Leave no trace of China.
It's crazy that that's how they're cutting corners.
Right.
Like, that's obscene.
It's about people.
Yeah.
What they do now is, well, I think there's places, but where they declare areas in the States as Chinese.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And they'll do it around embassies, or they'll do it around ports. And then they'll ship people in from that country, and then they could still legally pay them like 14 cents an hour.
That's crazy.
Because they're still on Chinese like territory.
Wasn't there like a Vice on that or something? There was something on that.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's a movie. That's what like
the loopholes. The sneaky loopholes are the most terrifying.
Yeah, it's
and people get upset at the wrong people. That's the only thing where things go wrong, is that like people are angry that there's no jobs here, but it's like don't get mad at the politicians. Like, you have to get mad at the companies that are fucking not providing you the jobs. Like,
right, but it's also like they divert the attention to people like refugees or something, or you say Muslims are the problem.
Yeah, when really it's like...
Or black people. It's the blame game. It's you don't look at the real issues.
Totally. Like, so always, like, if you feel really passionate about something, like, just make sure you understand the origin of it. Like, that's...
Passionate about an idea?
Yeah, or like, yeah, and then, like, just trace back where your actual anger is towards, and then, like, re-establish that, because...
Realign yourself.
Does that make any sense? I don't know. Just like...